It's another day at Bella Life Coaching. Today I'm bringing to you 7 questions to ask a guy or a girl, a friend, or your partner. It is very important that we get to know people before we go into relationships. You can't expect to know someone in one day or in 5 years, because we change, we evolve, we expand. However, it's very important that we get to know them, where they come from, not really coming from a place, but where their reasoning is from, because it's very important. I find that questioning is one of the ways that we can easily know another. And we would stay out of making assumptions. I know we come from areas where questioning were only meant for adults, for our guardians, parents. Kids do not even know how to ask questions, because what the adult says stays. And most times when you ask a question, it's either you're being threatened and because of that threat you're scared. Either you stay quiet or you tell a lie because you don't want to be spanked or you don't want to be yelled at. So most of us were not taught how to ask questions. So when we meet another, say a boyfriend, a girlfriend, we don't ask questions. We just listen and hear what they have to say, and we tell them what we have to tell them as well, but we never take the time to ask questions. Rather than jumping and asking people where they are from, what school they went to, what they do for work, how many kids they want to have when they get married, what they like to eat. We want to seek to know how they are being in all of these areas. You want to know why someone likes something. I like eating plantain. Was it something that you just developed your love for, or was it something that was the only thing that was available to you? Sometimes we do not ask questions. We are just carried away by what they tell us. And we go as far as praying to get the right partners. Most times we pray without listening on what directions we need to take. Prayer is good if you would listen and be open to receive. And you're praying for you, you're praying to uplift yourself. You're not praying to create someone for you, because you get to create that yourself when you get to know you. Some people may find questioning very awkward because they've never been used to questioning. Most times we only get questions when we are writing an exam or when we are being taught by a teacher on other materials outside of ourselves. But no one ever asked us, who are you? What do you like? Because no one can give you what you have not realized within yourself. So expect nothing from anyone. Expectation leads to expectation hangovers. Find you so you're able to see others. I've put together here 7 questions that you can ask, not by stalking them with all of them, but one question at a time. Have a conversation, even with yourself. Ask those questions. The very first one is, how was your childhood or teenage years? Because most of our beliefs, most of the way we react to things are from our childhood. Most times we react like children, but we think we are reacting like the adult that we are. And we don't pay attention to that child that we still have inside of us. Ask questions. Were you ever validated? When you said something, was it rejected? Were you told to not cry because crying is for women? That is if you're a guy or a boy. And then you grew up without knowing how to nurture your own self, how to nurture a woman. Were you told not to be upset because you are a woman and women don't get upset? Then you grow up, you're not able to speak out for yourself, express your needs, because you're not allowed to be upset. And when you were told not to be upset, were you advised on what better way to express yourself? We know we cannot change the past. However, we can do something about it now. As we go through self-reflection, so we do not burden other people with our wounds, our baggage, so we can know our triggers, the triggers that upset us, the triggers that make us happy. It goes both ways. The second question, what are your values? What matters to you? It was after 13 years with my partner that I asked him, what matters to you? I had no idea that I could ever ask a question like that. Then he said, oh, family matters to me. I had no idea about that. I didn't know that was a question I could ask. I'm glad that I get to know that question now and I could ask it. It's important to know another person's values and decide if it aligns with yours, because that is how you build intimacy, because you're able to see them and they're able to see you through their values. The Third question: what are the things you accept about yourself? Are you holding any shame or guilt in any area of your life? What are your greatest life lessons? Of course, we are expecting the other person to be honest with us, but in a sincere conversation, in an environment where both of you are seeking to know each other, then it creates openness for both of you to express yourself. The fourth: what do you do to appreciate yourself? No matter where and who you are today, appreciate you. Appreciate the fact that you have come this far for this moment. So how are they appreciating themselves? Because it's from appreciating yourself that you even understand how to appreciate other people. The fifth: what do you do to honor yourself? You want to see how committed they are to themselves. First, everyone honors themselves differently. But you're asking these questions to get to know them. The sixth one: tell me 5 things you are proud of about yourself. What are they proud of about themselves? The seventh question, which is a summary of all the questions we've asked, and you could also add questions to this one, is: who are you? Who are you? Who are you without your certificates? Who are you without your job? Who are you? How well do you know you? This is a big question you can ask. That's one question you could ask, and all the other questions could come under. But this: who are you? Do you know you from what your parents told you, or do you know you from what your mom, your friends? Who are you from your own perspective? Not from someone else's, not from what you've adopted, from what you've grown to know yourself. How do you react to circumstances? How do you respond? Because accepting to be with someone, you're accepting their past, present, and future. So if you're going to be accepting, it's important that we get to know them. Because most times we miss red flags in the beginning of a relationship. Either because we just want to get into a relationship, either because we've seen our friends in a relationship, either because we are afraid to be alone, or our tradition says so. It shouldn't just feel good to be in a relationship. It should thus feel good discovering yourself in it, not losing yourself. Red flags are not meant to paint the other person bad, but to pull us to ask more questions and to see where we align, because there has to be a certain level of alignment in the beginning, but with the understanding that people change, People would evolve as things come along, but without understanding of where they are coming from where their reasoning is coming from how their childhood was. Because a lot of our unconscious behaviors are coming from how we were raised. Until we become aware of how our childhood impacted us. And we are grateful that we had the childhood, because from there we are able to grow, we are able to understand what's the difference between love and fear. And remember, always do a self-analysis on your own before asking another. I trust that these questions helps. And if you have more questions, please add them in the comment section below. Until next time, remember to subscribe for more videos, reminders. Thank you. Bye.